Well, hello there, Capricorn. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. Today, we are going to be doing a special reading. This is what Spirit would like for you to know at this time. So we'll be taking a look first at the overall energies, and then we'll go to the tarot for more details about what Spirit may have to say or advice about a situation that you may be going through or a relationship. And this is really kind of good from now until whenever you find it. Okay, so I'm not putting really kind of a timeline on this. So let's see what we have here. We have White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic and embracing enthusiasm. Shout to the heavens with happiness. Okay, now Capricorn, I'm going to say this is a blessing, a true blessing that is coming onto your path. And trust in magic. Like, I feel like there's a little bit of this energy where you're kind of like questioning. That's it. It's like you're questioning. Is this really for me? Like, it's kind of like somebody may bring you a gift or something like that. And you're kind of like, what? This is for me? It's not my birthday. It's, there's no occasion. And it's just kind of like magical. Well, I feel like there's something magical. And it could come in the form of maybe your boss says, hey, you deserve just a day off or something like that. Or, you get a check in the mail out of the blue. There is something here, and it's kind of like a true gift from the universe, something that is truly destined for you. Now, this is the number 66, right? And 6 in tarot is the Lover's card. It could even be, getting a note or a text or something like that, or a phone call from somebody you haven't heard from in a while. It could be even, they pop up, and I'm not saying necessarily like an ex or something, but maybe, you have somebody in your life that you just haven't been able to see for some time, and they're like, oh my goodness, I'm in the area, can we go to lunch or something like that? And you're like, oh my goodness, yes. So yes, lovely. Look at, you have peace and intuition. I think whatever this is, it's kind of bringing you a peace of mind, right? It could be, here's another scenario. Like, you've been concerned maybe about your finances or something like that. And you've been putting off, perhaps actually looking at your stock portfolio or whatever it is, right? You've been kind of like putting perhaps something off, or maybe putting off like, going to the doctor. Like, there's something that is kind of concerning you and you're putting it off. It's kind of like an energy of, I don't want to know, right? If there's something wrong, there's almost an energy of that. And yet at the same time, I think something happens, like a little blessing comes along so that you're almost like put in a position of having to look at this, whatever it is. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, it has something to do with money. We have the 10 of Pentacles here. Kind of like wondering, do I have enough money? Am I going to be able to retire? The economy has, been difficult for so many. It's kind of like, do I have enough money to, kind of like get me through this economic time, something like that. So let's take a look at your present energy, because you and your loved ones are safe. And then you have the victim mentality. In other words, it's kind of like, I feel like, this is very much family. This is also kind of like, healthy, being healthy for a long period of time. It's about having enough money to last, till the end and still having some left. It's an energy here of feeling like at this time, I feel like you're fearful that you don't have what you need for the long term. Okay, this is a long-term committed type of energy, whether it's family or in a job or wherever. It's kind of, I feel like you're thinking that you don't have what you need, perhaps, for the long term. So let's see what we have here. Yeah, I feel like there's something that you would really like, but it's either come to an end, okay? So this could be a job you really liked, a career you really liked. It could be a relationship, marriage, something like that. something that maybe has come to an end, and now you're kind of confused. I don't know. Do I have now what I need? Like something has ended, something has changed, and you're kind of like, do I have what I need for the rest of moving forward, right? However that might mean. So if you perhaps lost your job, or you had to close your business or something like that, do I have the skills, the capability to get another job and have what I need for the rest of my life? Yeah, so underneath you have the King of Wands, you have the Page of Cups. I think it's a little bit about stepping into your confidence in yourself, giving yourself a little bit of a pep talk, if you will, right? Of understanding, okay, I am going to stay enthusiastic, because the situation could have put you in a more of a negative energy, right? Like this is something difficult ended, right? And you're kind of like, my goodness, how am I going to move forward from this? But when you step into this enthusiasm, right? And it says, shout to the heavens with happiness. Say, okay, this is radically accepting the situation that you're in, but then also moving forward, knowing that this is going to balance out for you. Like there is some type of a blessing that is coming because of this. So for instance, say that, you were laid off, or you were let go at your work because, the economy was down, you lost your job, right? It could be that, you really and truly have been wanting to leave that job for a very long time. But it's kind of like, yeah, but this is a safe job. I have the money coming in. It's okay. But your true dream was to find another job, or to go in another direction, or to be able to retire or something like that. Then something changed in your plan, right? Something came to an end. You're confused at this time, but look, you have all of these options that are opening up to you. And that's the blessing. That's part of the blessing in all of this. I'll tell you, my father once, he lost his job because, the company was purchased by another company, and then, some people were let go, in management. So he lost his job. And I think it was very much a job that he really loved, right? He really and truly did love, but he had also kind of come to the end of what inspired him, kept him challenged in what he was doing, because he loved a challenge, right? And the ending was very difficult for him, because he took it emotionally, he took it very personally, right? Because he had put so much time and love and energy into that company. But guess what? Other options opened up for him. Other job offers opened up for him. And he ended up getting a job that was so much more in alignment with what he really and truly wanted. He would never have quit that job. He loved the people that he worked with. He loved the work that he did. But it wasn't really and truly fulfilling him at the same level as the new job that he got. It's kind of like understanding that even sometimes in those difficult times when we have difficult endings, it's about embracing the enthusiasm of saying, okay, this is opening me up to some new options. When we allow ourselves to step into this positive energy of looking at those other options. Yeah, really interesting. And sometimes, we can be confused. The Seven of Cups can be a little bit confusing. Where am I going next? I don't know. Are there any options? What am I going to do? We can get a little bit flustered, but it's about trusting in the magic, understanding that your spirit guides and angels, they have your back. If something is taken away from you, it's because it was no longer in alignment with you. It's time to come into an alignment with something that is better for you. Okay, so let's take a look at your area of resistance or your obstacle. Yeah, you're playing it safe. If this is the energy of, do we have a tower? We don't have a tower, but I do feel like there is this energy where you could be attracting in a tower moment because you're playing it safe. You're in a situation that isn't bringing you truly your 9 of Cups, okay? And so it needs to end. It needs to end, and it may not be the easiest ending, but it's something that you are being called to do. It's about, I feel like you're sitting there. Look, it's called playing it safe, right? That's the name of the card, playing it safe. But you see, she's daydreaming. She's sitting there daydreaming of something else that she really and truly wants. She's not in a bad spot. Look, right? She's sitting there in a garden. It looks lovely. But at the same time, okay, it's not where she really wants to be. She's not engaged in where she is. She's thinking about something else, somewhere else that she wants to be. And it's about having faith in your dreams. I feel like you are in this energy where you don't feel like you can have what it is that you want. Yeah, really interesting. So the obstacle here is that you're not willing to make a change, okay? And that is going to change very soon. I feel like you're stepping into this energy of, yes, I need to make a change. I'm not happy where I am, right? It doesn't mean that you have to, make the change, like go in tomorrow and quit your job. It's about, okay, what steps can I take to move towards what it is that I want? Perhaps even asking yourself, spending time daydreaming. We had the new moon in Gemini this last weekend, right? So it's kind of like understanding it's time to kind of daydream. What is it that you want? But it's not just about daydreaming. You could be just dreaming about it. It's about taking action. It's about moving forward on it. Yeah, there is something that you are wanting and it is there for you. You're blocking it because perhaps you feel like you can't have it for whatever reason. Like it's just not possible. You're kind of up in your head perhaps a little bit about it. Fearful of giving up one situation in order to go towards something that is just so much more in alignment with what you really and truly want. Look at this. You have a lot of 10s. You have the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. We don't have the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is the burden, putting down the burden of the mindset that may be keeping you in this. It's about embracing enthusiasm, being very positive. You can have what you want. You deserve it. No longer sitting in this energy. Wow, really beautiful. All right, so let's take a look at your advice. Yeah, it's all about choices. And, with the 2 of Wands, it is also understanding that we can make new choices. You could have made a choice that you thought was going to be your 9 of Cups, okay? When my dad took his initial job, right, it was his 9 of Cups. But it kind of wore out, right? And whether he kind of realized it or not, he intuitively manifested having to end one job so that other opportunities could come in. Whether this is a job, a career, a relationship, right? It's about, okay, I've gone as far as I can in this situation. It's time to make changes. But change is hard. Change is hard, right? Look at the bigger picture. And then you have the loving woman. Yes. Stepping into this energy, this is the Empress energy, right? Gender doesn't matter. It's the energy of stepping into creating the life that you want. No longer feeling like, well, this is my lot in life. This is what I get, right? It's kind of like, wait a minute. I'm choosing now to look at the bigger picture. I'm choosing to go in the direction of creating the life that I really want and not just dreaming about it. Right? It's about, no, I'm moving towards it. I'm taking action on it. Just one little baby step a day will get you there. You don't have to make all of these big changes. Yeah, coming out of your comfort zone. Understanding, okay, I don't know exactly where this is going, but I trust in the magic. I trust in my guides. I trust in my angels. I trust in the universe. I know that when I am wanting to move forward, in order to find my heart's desire, right? And you're not doing it to hurt anybody else, right? I know that about you, Capricorn. You're not like that. So it's kind of like the universe will back you. The universe will come in and make things, yeah. I feel like you are getting some good news. something, I feel like you're kind of understanding that you have held yourself back with the Seven of Swords. It's time to move forward. It could be that you kind of get some news. It's just kind of like when my dad found out he was being let go, right? It's kind of like, okay, that's a momentary, difficult situation, right? It throws your life into chaos. Oh my goodness, I don't have a job, right? I have a family to feed and I don't have a job. But understanding that you, in a way, you have actually manifested this ending, okay? Because perhaps you weren't willing yet to step out of your comfort zone in order to go towards what your heart really desires. And I guarantee you, my father, right? And it is kind of interesting because even for our whole family, we had to move to another state. He got a job in another state. We had to move to another state. And we had already done quite a bit of moving. I know my father was taking that into account, that, the children have only been in this school for a couple of years now. We're moving to another state. It was part of the reason why he probably didn't seek another job. He was thinking, but, it did lead the entire family into a much better spot. And not just him, but the entire family. So it's kind of interesting because, you have here, you and your loved ones are safe. If you're concerned that if you make a change, your family will not be safe. If you're making this enthusiastically and you're not trying to escape something, but you're trying to move towards what your heart truly desires, okay? And you're embracing it enthusiastically. So that means, I'm not just moving to any job. I'm moving to a job that really is going to bring me happiness, fulfillment, right? Or you're not leaving just any relationship. You're not moving towards any relationship. You're moving towards a relationship that you think you can take to the 9, 10 cups. Then in that situation, okay, you are going to build something that is really and truly beautiful. Brings you this sense of peace, right? Brings you a sense of peace instead of fearing. There's almost a sense of living in fear. Yeah, you have the High Priestess. I think you're being very intuitive. You're manifesting. So be very careful of your words at this time, Capricorn, because you are manifesting. If you are sitting in an energy of thinking, I don't like this job, I don't like this situation, I don't like this relationship, it's draining me, because you see how the water is coming through that window. It's draining me of my energy, it's time, my love. This isn't where I want to be. There could possibly be an ending, an unexpected ending coming up around the corner. So it's about either changing your mindset about where you are at this time, or really and truly saying, okay, where is it I want to go? What other options do I have that may make me happier than where I am at this time? Really beautiful energy. Kind of a little bit of tough love there, Capricorn. But sometimes we need to hear that, right? Sometimes we do need to hear that. And I think Spirit wants you to know, trust in the magic. They're there for you. You and your loved ones are protected. It's time to start at least thinking about where it is that your heart desires to go. It's not about trying to escape out of this beautiful garden, right? It's not about escaping. It's about moving towards what your heart truly desires. How can I deepen my trust right now? Trust, surrender, let go of the wheel. You can trust. You can trust yourself. Trust fully in yourself so that you can deepen your trust in others. Trust creates safety, and when we feel safe, we feel unstoppable. Yeah. I feel like for some of you, you feel like you can't trust the situation that you're in, right? You can't trust that you're going to not go to work tomorrow and have this ending, right? You maybe don't trust the romantic partner that you're with, or your friends or your family. It's an energy of moving towards something that you know that is loving and kind and caring and cherishing you and your beautiful soul, and also someone that you can trust, or a situation that you can trust. Yeah, beautiful energy. Trusting yourself is the first key. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Capricorn. It was so good to see you. Thank you so much for allowing me to do this reading for you. And I appreciate all of your support through liking, commenting, and subscribing. I also do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I look forward to seeing you soon. Much love and light. Bye for now.